Once upon a time, in a small village by the sea, there lived a fisherman named Marcus. He was a simple man who spent his days catching fish to feed his family. But Marcus was not happy. Every day he worried about the storms that could destroy his boat, the days when he caught no fish, and the future that seemed so uncertain. His mind was full of fear, and his heart was heavy with sadness. One evening, as he sat by the shore, an old man approached him. The old man had a calm face and wise eyes. He sat beside Marcus and asked, "Why do you look so troubled, my friend?" Marcus sighed and told him about his fears, the storms, the empty nets, the uncertainty of life. The old man listened quietly, and when Marcus finished, he smiled. "Have you ever heard of Stoicism?" he asked. Marcus shook his head. The old man explained, "Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live with wisdom, courage, and peace. It does not promise that life will be easy, but it teaches us how to face difficulties without suffering." Marcus was curious. "How can it make me happier?" he asked. The old man replied, "Let me tell you a story. Long ago, there was a great Stoic philosopher named Epictetus. He was born a slave and suffered much in his early life. But instead of being crushed by his hardships, he learned from them. He taught that happiness does not come from what happens to us, but from how we choose to respond. "Imagine," the old man said, "that you cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The storms will still come. The fish may not always be there, but if you change the way you see these things, you will suffer less." Marcus thought about this. "But how?" he asked. The old man explained the first lesson of Stoicism. "Control what you can, accept what you cannot. You cannot control the weather," he said, "but you can prepare your boat. You cannot force the fish to bite, but you can learn better ways to fish. Worrying about what you cannot change only brings pain. Accepting it brings peace." Marcus nodded slowly. He had spent so much time fearing the storms that he forgot to enjoy the calm days. The second lesson, the old man said, was focus on the present. The past is gone. The future is unknown. All we truly have is this moment. If you spend your days worrying about tomorrow, you will miss the beauty of today. Marcus remembered how he often sat on his boat, thinking about all that could go wrong, instead of feeling the sun on his face, or the rhythm of the waves. The third lesson was practice gratitude. No matter how hard life seems, the old man said, there is always something to be thankful for. A warm meal, a safe home, the love of family. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your heart becomes lighter. Marcus realized he had been so focused on his fears that he forgot to appreciate his blessings. The old man stood to leave. "Stoicism will not remove all your troubles," he said, "but it will help you carry them with strength. Think about these lessons and see if they bring you peace." Over the next months, Marcus practiced what he had learned. When a storm came, he prepared his boat instead of panicking. When the fish were scarce, he accepted it and tried again the next day. He began to notice the small joys, the laughter of his children, the colors of the sunset, the taste of fresh bread. One evening, as he sat by the shore again, he realized something had changed. He was not free from problems, but he was free from the suffering they once caused him. He felt happier, not because life was perfect, but because he had learned to live with wisdom. This is the power of Stoicism. It does not promise a life without pain, but it teaches us how to face pain without being broken. It does not guarantee that we will always get what we want, but it shows us how to want what we already have. So, can Stoicism make you happier? The answer is yes, if you are willing to learn its lessons. Happiness is not about controlling the world around you. It is about mastering the world within you. And so, Marcus lived the rest of his days with a peaceful heart, knowing that true happiness was not in the absence of storms, but in the strength to sail through them.